If you have been watching my channel, you already know that I am the queen of the cute deck. I love cute decks. I love the Bumbleberry Hallows Tarot. I love the Sock Monkey Oracle. I love the Theme Park Tarot. I love it. I love Oak, Ash, and Thorn. I love those cute decks that make me feel good, you know? And somebody told me there was a new one out and that they had these little creatures that were kind of unusual looking, but that I probably, with my aesthetic, would think it was cute. So I was like, okay. So Into the Lonely Woods has come across our table. So I'm going to do the introduction and then I'm going to show you this deck and we're going to see if it's cute enough for my cutesy collection. Okay. Is it QueenAusetHeru cutesy approved? That's what we're getting ready to find out. My name is QueenAusetHeru, as I previously stated, and thank you for joining me for another edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it as well. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up. Pass this video on, like I said. What else I gotta tell you? I'm trying to remember all the things I'm supposed to tell you. I'm supposed to tell you that if you want a reading, all my personal information is underneath this video. Also, I'm an Amazon affiliate. And I'm going to put the link to this deck. I bought this deck with my own money. This deck was not a gift. I bought this from Amazon. So I'm going to put the link, my associate link, underneath this video in case you want to purchase this for your cutesy collection. All right, let's get started. All right, so I did not take it out of the plastic. As you can see, it is brand spanking new. It just arrived. And when I say just, I mean just. It's still hot from being in the back of the mail truck. Okay, that's what I mean by just. All right, got the plastic off. It is now free. All right, so let me show you the front. So this is a Lucy Cavendish, and then we have the artwork is by Dan May. Blessings and messages for times of solitude and isolation. This is awesome. This would be great for times of depression. If you or your client is experiencing depression, that would be great. So I'm gonna hold it this way so you guys who want to screenshot, you can look at the top and then look at the bottom. So I'm seeing that it has 45 cards and a guidebook. Oh, it's by Blue Angel. Blue Angel is actually one of my favorites. They make a lot of tarot decks and they're usually really cool. So it's, you know, the same kind of box that a lot of their decks come in. It comes off like that. It does have the finger holes that I'm always looking for. I always look for those. They always have this extra piece of paper, and I always keep these and use them for spell work. Got to write out petitions. That's a perfect kind of paper. All right, now I'm gonna show you real fast the guidebook. All right, but you know something, it's not a small guidebook. This is a very healthy guidebook. So we're going to crack it open and take a quick look, because I am going to definitely pull a card and read one of these to you. I just wanted to say, okay, so each one of them is definitely in there. I just wanted to see if they offered us any spreads. We'll find out when we're done. It is not in color. It's in black and white. Inside, the cards are wrapped in paper. Very environmentally friendly. Thank you for that. I love that. I love an environmentally friendly company. Alright, and then let me see the next one. Alright, so now without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the first card so we can check it out. Alright, so let's see. Blue Angel often has this type of card. This is very typical for them. Great quality, larger size, as you can see. This is good. It's not too glossy. So it won't be that hard to photograph. Not too thick, not too thin. Nice snapback. Oh, that's great. Awesome. Let's see the other side. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like that flower. Okay. All right. So we're looking at really awesome. And I don't know if you've never had a Blue Angel deck before. Let me pull this forward for you so you guys can get a really good look at the artwork. Because that's what we're here for, people. We're here for the artwork. Right about there looks good. Okay. All right. Now, compared to a standard size, let me see. Compared to a standard size tarot card, I'm going to pull out this one. This is about the size of a tarot card. And as you can see, this card is much taller and wider. So if you have small hands, you're going to have to shuffle this. Or you're going to have to adjust how you shuffle. I'm not sure what method you're going to want to use, but you're going to have to adjust your normal method. Oh my goodness. This little creature looks so sad to me. Oh. Alright, let's see. Does it fit my aesthetic? This is the one from the box. This is the one they have on the cover. I like that. I like the creature. I like the background. I like the little girl. I like the cardstock. I like that it's not too glossy, so I actually can photograph it and, you know, use it easier. I don't have anything against glossy cards. As a matter of fact, I really think it's pretty. I like the way it glows. But this particular finish is a lot easier when I'm using the camera and the lights and stuff like that. I do like the creature. I get such a sadness from it though. So it's perfect, like the theme, you know, and it goes along with each and every one. Because the clouds, you guys see how it's kind of gloomy. We haven't seen a sunny day yet. The poor creature has his head down. So this reminds me of, like, I would reach for this if I was sad. I would reach for this if I was sad. You know, going through something, maybe, I don't know, depression, something like that. Or if I had a client that was feeling gloomy, you know, or moody. Because, like, here we got a blue sky, but it's still no sun, you know. This reminds me of being a kid and my mom wouldn't do something I wanted or wouldn't give me something I wanted. And I'm just in my room sulking. You know, this is what this energy reminds me of. The key words are talking about going within. So I'm looking at them. Oh, wow, to watch over you. Beautiful. Yeah, it's like, it's this energy of like going within, dealing with your feelings, dealing with your emotions. I like that. You know something? I really feel like any age could use this deck. I'm gonna wait until I read the guidebook to see if the language, like how it's, you know, worded, how the language is worded. But I just feel like this would be great. I'm thinking about when I was a kid and not quite certain about how to deal with my emotions. Having a deck like this and like going through the cards with my mother and looking at the guidebook, I think that would have been really tender and really soothing. I think that we're doing, as a culture, as a global society, I think we're doing much better with allowing children their feelings, room to explore their feelings, discuss their feelings. When I was young, there wasn't a lot of that. It was more of like a suck it up mentality. Life is hard, buttercup. You know, it was that kind of mentality. And let me just twist it just a bit, just to make sure. There we go. It was this kind of like suck it up mentality, you know, toughen up, you know, kind of mentality. At least in my family it was. And I think we're doing a better job at realizing that that's unhealthy, and that things like this is a better, you know, a better option. Deal with the feelings, discuss the feelings, express the feelings, understand the feelings, be with the feelings, you know. Oh, look at that. It does. oh my goodness. Not only do I feel like it's cute, I'm tongue-tied. Not only do I feel like it's cute, I also feel like it's great for inner child work. So it has that cutesy vibration to it, but it's not the same as like the Bumbleberry Hallows. I mean, it is cute, but it's not that same kind of cute. You know, this, for me, like I said, I would grab when I'm sad, you know, and I want to deal with my feelings. The Bumbleberry Hallows or the Sock Monkey Oracle or something like that, I would grab that, or I do grab that more so when I want to be lifted up. So if I want to express emotion and just like kind of, you know, deal with it, you know, that's when I would deal with this one. If I want a good cry, you know, I want to get that energy out, that's when I would reach for this one. But the other ones I reach for when I want to feel better. So it's a different vibration, you know. It's still, they both do have that cutesy aesthetic, but I would just use them in two different ways. That's all. This definitely has a place in my eclectic collection though. I'm definitely going to use this. You guys know in a couple days y'all going to see me doing a reading. And I'm going to use this, definitely. I got a bunch of new decks I want to do readings with. Let me see what I'm going to pair this with to do a reading. Aww. What's interesting to me is that these little beings have no face, right? So because they have no face, that looks like a lighter day. Because they have no face, I feel like I can see myself. Whenever I have a card, any card from any deck, I put myself into the scene. And it's easier to put myself into these scenes because they have no face. You know, so it's really easy for me to see my own face in these. So I really like that aspect because it's like, okay, you know, this could be any one of us. It's genderless. It's, you know, colorless. It's classless. You know, it's just any one of us. And this is the one thing that we all go through as human beings is emotion. Well, I'm not going to say we all, most of us. You know, there are some people who, you know, struggle with even being born. I'm trying to think, are some people not born with emotion? I think so. I think like people who like have certain personality disorders. I can't really speak on it from like a scientific level, but I've read that before. So most of us, I'm going to say, you know, deal with these complex emotions. Who doesn't deal with death? You know, who doesn't deal with like disappointment? You know, sadness, you know, needing, you know, a companion or losing a companion, you know. And that's why I said I like these for children too, because these are themes that we go through at any age as well. So if I had pulled that death card, for example, you know, for a child who may have, you know, one of their friends might have passed away, or they might have lost their grandmother or something like that. So I like that. I like that a lot. I don't know if they're recommended for kids though. I have to look and see. Because the kids tarot that I reviewed a couple weeks ago was definitely like, I forgot, was it 8 and up? I think it was. I think it was ages 8 and up. So some of these are, but I think it all really depends on how it's worded, because as a parent, you don't necessarily have to use the guidebook. You can just use the keyword in the picture. You know, have your kid, if you don't want to shuffle them at random, you can have your kid like go through the deck and pull out 3 cards that illustrate, that's the word, 3 cards that illustrate how they feel. You know, something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be this, you know, woo-woo divination kind of thing. You know, it can be used in very practical ways. Anybody could use this deck. Or like I said, you know, if you're an adult and you're drawn to the art, you could keep it next to your bed. And when you wake up or at night before you go to sleep, you could do a daily pull. This would be great for a daily pull. And I don't know if you necessarily have to be sad to use it. That's why when we're done, I want to pull one at random and read it. Because I want to see like what kind of message I get from it. Because it did talk about, you know, isolation and loneliness. But I'm not certain. And we're going to find out as soon as we're done. Shadow work. Interesting. Very interesting. If I got that card, I would definitely do some shadow work that day. Wow. I know one thing. This artwork is really beautiful. I really like, I like the style. I like the softness. I like the sky. Even though the sky is like often very dark, there's such a beauty to it. The butterflies and the little birds, the details are so amazing. Like if you look at the being, look at the fur. You can see all the little hairs. And he has a little monocle. I think they call it a monocle over his eye, you know. And there's all kinds of little symbols, you know, all throughout. It's very clever. When you get decks like these, you have to look at them. You have to really look at all the details. I do that with any deck I get, but like something like this, where you see those little symbols being placed in places, you really want to look and see what else is there. But I do that with every single deck. Every deck I get, when I first get it, I take it out the package, I cleanse it with a smoke cleanse, and then I sit and I look at the pictures. And I place myself in the picture and try to see what story I'm getting from the picture. So I'm going to figure out how I want to use these, like how I want to incorporate these into one of my niche readings. Oh, wow. And it's interesting how some of the creatures are really, really big and some of them are small. Like this creature has to be like a giant because that's a deer. And he's like towering over him. So, and some of them, they look little, like they're like sitting, you know, close to the ground. This one is larger, definitely. Because he's way bigger than that little girl. And I love the little girl. I like his little companion. I don't know. It reminds me of that movie. Remember Monsters, Inc.? And that big blue monster and that little girl, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that. Different colors, you know, different aesthetic and everything. But yeah, it reminds me of that. I love this owl. I have seen this owl before in other decks or on the boxes of other decks or something like that. Might not have been the same owl, but a very similar looking owl, put it like that. And it gives me wisdom. Like, I love that. And then look in his eyes. Oh, awesome. See this one? Into your arms. I love the little... I love it. That's awesome. I think this might... That might have been... Oh, that was the last one. Alright, so... Let's see. We're going to pick one at random. And then we're going to read. Okay? I'm going to close my eyes, guys. And whatever I get, that's what we do. There it is. Oh, okay. We got two. So we got to take the first one. 14. Plight of the Wanderer. Alright. I'm going to grab it and go to page 14. They're easy to find because each one is numbered. And it says here, Plight of the Wanderer. There may come a sleepless night when you must walk with your troubles until they feel larger than you can continue to carry. There will come a night when the journey has taken you so far that you feel the burdens of your needs must be laid down, and you must free yourself from them. This card comes to you to say that you must know now that some of the troubles you carry are not yours. They do not belong to you, and yet you carry them. There will be a wise one who tells you to share some of these troubles for a time. They will help you know which to keep, learn from, and remember, and which can be put aside, acknowledged as not yours to carry, and buried softly in the good earth to heal, change, and become a part of the great all that is. Oh, wow. This is kind of intense. My goodness. So, yeah, it definitely is cute and everything, but ooh. If I had pulled that card, like, wow, that's really intense. You know what we're going to do? Because that card was so intense, we're going to do another one. We're going to do this one, number 26. The Fortunate Companion. Again, they're numbered. Let me see something. I was trying to look and see in the table of contents if there was any spreads in here. I don't see spreads. It says how to work with your cards, but I don't see any spreads. So I don't think... That's okay though, because I'm gonna make up my own spread anyway. Y'all, here we go. Yes, it is. All right. So there is one in here. At least one in here. Might be some more. Okay. So yeah, they do have spreads. Awesome. So we're gonna go to 26, and I'm gonna make up my own anyway. Y'all know what I do. I'm gonna learn the deck and then do my own thing. All right. So the Fortunate Companion. All right. When we walk alone for a time, and especially if we have walked alone to learn to know who we are once again, allowing others in is a very vulnerable experience, yet it's worthwhile. There is a fortunate companion who wants only to share their friendship gladly, with no demands or expectations, but with joy at having you by their side for a time. When you both connect, there grows good fortune for you. Benefit each other with the gifts of laughter, sharing, and understanding. Trust and listen as they share the secrets of their soul. For you two are safe to share what lies so very deep within you with this kindred spirit. This fortunate companion of the lonesome path. Whoo! It's like poetry. It's kind of poetic. It's beautiful, guys. I love it. I love the images and I love the guidebook. I am definitely going to incorporate this into my readings. I could see like ending a reading with this, like after me and the person have talked about whatever is going on, and pulling one of these and then sitting and reading it and then discussing it with my client. I love that so much. So if you love it as much as I do, look underneath this video and you're going to see a link. Purchase this deck, use this deck, love this deck, use it to heal yourself and your loved ones. Okay? All right, guys, you come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.